toad, nematode, cestode. I'm not going to ask that. Just for the protozoa, those are the classes, and that's the term I'll use for those. Okay. If I ask you name the life cycle stage or form, they're all listed here, okay, and alphabetically. So, you know, ring form, sporozoite, tachyozoite. If I say name the disease, there's a category that has all the diseases listed. And again, you just put the letters next to the number of the questions. All the questions will have the number on them, so you won't get lost. You know, where does it live as an adult? Common names, structures. We've got the fungi. If it's a fungal organism, they're listed here. Stains and reagents. And, well, you guys can go over this, though. But infection, how would someone become infected? That'd be where you'd go on the answer sheet. Pretty easy. And again, students do really well, especially after a couple of reviews. Media or reaction. And then I have a category called miscellaneous, and I just have a bunch of odd things there. And probably what I'll do, if I have a question that you answer from the miscellaneous, I'll put that as a header on the slide, miscellaneous, so you'll know which column to look for. Okay. So I can say, the water quality test consists of 3 parts. What's the first part? Miscellaneous, presumptive. Okay, so that's it. But this is not alike, so you can go over it and get familiar with it. Okie doke.
Are the pictures online for what you actually use?
Some of the pictures are, not yet. I haven't even done it yet. So, I'm drawing from all over. I'm not giving you the final in advance. I almost am, but I'll put some other things in. And you'll notice there's some things on this one that weren't on the other review. Some of it's similar, so that'd be similar to the final. You'll see things that are familiar, maybe some new pictures or questions. So, I need my little clicker here. Okay. Name the class. Sarcodina. Very good. Name a disease caused by an organism in that class. Maybe dysentery. Very good. That's what this happens to be. Amoeba histolytica. What's the other one that you need to know? Amoebiasis and maybe dysentery. Same thing. Pardon? Yes. Pam. Yeah. Pam. Primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. Okay, well, you might want to do too. That's it. Yeah, that would be 2 diseases. What genus spends part of its life cycle in a crab or crayfish? Genus. Pergonimus. Very good. Again, you don't have to pronounce them. You don't have to spell them. You just got to find them on there, okay? Pretty easy. Genus. Rhizopus or Mucor. I need to check the answer sheet and make sure I have both of them. Normally we use Rhizopus. Normally we use Mucor, but sometimes they don't grow out. I'll check the answer sheet on that. Name the genus. Clonorchus. Common name. Chinese or Oriental, liver fluke. How would someone become infected? Eating fish. Yeah, it'll just say fish on the answer sheet. Overall structure. Scolex. Name a genus that would have this. Taenia. Very good. Common name. This is a microfilaria. What disease is microfilaria? Elephantiasis. Yeah, elephantiasis. Very good. How would someone contract that? Mosquito. Structure. Proglottids. If you swallow the eggs of this organism, what disease might you get? Cysticercosis. Very good. Media. Blood agar. Reaction. Beta. Hemolytic. Life cycle stage or form. Cercaria. Name a genus that has that. Schistosoma, yeah, this happens to be schistosoma, but Pergonimus, Clonorchus, Fasciola all have a cercaria, so I'd accept any of those. Name a disease caused by this organism. Paralytic shellfish poisoning. What are these organisms, the term for them? Dinoflagellus. And you need to know that rather than the genus name. What phenomenon is associated with it?
Red tide.
Red tide. I'll see if that's on the answer sheet. I'll put it, if it's not, I'm going to add it under miscellaneous. Genus. Trichomonas. Class. Flagellata. How would someone become infected? STD. What's disease? Vaginitis. Genus. Close. Paragonimus. Okay, how would someone become infected? Crayfish. Okay. Same technique. Acid fast. Counter stain. Methylene blue. Decolorizing agent. Acid alcohol. Primary stain. I went backwards and you guys still got it. Very good. Life cycle stage or form. Mastigo. Genus. Leishmania. How would someone become infected? Sandfly. So ready. Media. Selects for what? Probably I wouldn't ask about lactose because I got it written on the slide. Genus. Schistosoma. Where do these live as an adult? Bloodstream. Blood vessels. Very good. How would someone become infected? Succuria through skin. Very good. Disease. Trichinosis. Very good. Genus. Trichinella. How would someone become infected? Meat. Oh, we did this one. Genus. Trichomonas. Structure.
Undulating
membrane. Structure. Style. Very good. Oh, how many names do I got on there? Paragonimus again. Different slide. Genus. Trypanosoma. Disease. African sleeping sickness or Chagas disease. The way this happens to be the African sleeping sickness organism, Trypanosoma cruzii is about half that size. But I could say name a disease, and then if you put African sleeping sickness, the next question is how would someone become infected? Tsetse fly. If you put Chagas disease, how would someone become infected? Tsetse fly. That's one way I can get around the duplicate genus here. Genus. Trichinella. That one too. Yeah. Leishmania. Very good. Disease. Malaria. Genus. Plasmodium. What stage initially infects humans? Sporozoites. Life cycle stage or form? Schizon. Okay, when this breaks open, it releases what life cycle stage or form? Merozoites. Okay, what class is this in? Sporozoa. Life cycle stage or form? Miracidia. Where does this go next once it hatches out? Snail. What precedes this or goes before? What stage is directly before this stage? Before this stage. An egg, yeah, this is what hatches out of the egg. So the egg is before the stage. Genus. Valentinina. Disease. Valentiniosis. Class. Ciliata. Structure. Macronucleus. I might have another slide that shows how this organism feeds by a structure called a cytosome. I can't see it on this one. Looks like it might be right there. Genus that causes this disease. Fukuaria. How would someone contract this? Mosquito. Where do the adults live? Lymphatic vessels. Very good. Which stage infects humans? Microfilaria. Stain technique. Gram stain. Morphology. Streptobacillus. Okay, very good. Mordant. Counter stain. Decolorizing agent.
Alcohol.
Ethyl alcohol or just alcohol, but not acid alcohol, alcohol. Primary stain, crystal violet. Genus. Asterisk, where do these normally live as an adult? Intestines. Gender. Female. Gender. Male. Very good. How would someone become infected? Or I should word that. What is the infective stage? What stage infects you?
Egg.
Genus.
Enterobius.
Common name. Pinworm. How would somebody? What's the infective stage? Egg. Name of genus that spends part of its life cycle in a water snail. Schistosomes. But again, you got Clenorchis, Fasciola, Paragonimus. Genus. Penicillium. Sexual or asexual? Asexual. Common name. Oh, by the way, when we're actually taking the finals, don't yell out the answer. The first time I ever did that, that happened. I got my students so used to yelling out the answer. I show the first slide during the test and everybody yells out the answer.
Well, can't we take it as a group
Okay, Fasciola. How would someone become infected?
Plants.
What kind of plant?
Aquatic
plant. Okay, here we go. This is how I can get off the answer sheet. All you do is put the letter. It's still letter, just in that space. So, in a hypertonic environment, water would move out of the cell. So you'd write B on the answer sheet. Okay? Pretty simple. Disease carried by this organism. Chagas, genus of the parasite. Trypanosoma. Name of the vector. Kissing bug. Media. Mueller-Hinton, very good. Test. Kirby Bauer. What do you call that clear area? Zone of inhibition. I have to add that under miscellaneous. Life cycle stage of form. Promastigo, genus. Leishmania. How would someone contract that? Genus. Aspergillus. D, reaction. Negative. B, reaction. Acid gas. C, just acid. Okay. Genus.
Ancylostoma.
I knew you'd know the combination. Ancylostoma or Necator. Common name. Bookworm. How would someone become infected?
Larvae through skin.
Larva.
You have larvae through skin.
Okay, very good. What? That's it. Well, I was going to say, what penetrates the skin? Larva through skin. Media. MSA. Selects for what? Salt tolerant. Differentiates between what? Mannitol fermenters and non-fermenters. Test. Indole. Very good. Reagent that you would add. Kovacs. Reaction. Negative. Reaction. Okay, the tough question. What's the substrate? Tryptophan. That was my gotcha. I didn't think you guys would know that. Very good. Tryptophan. What class is this organism in? Sporozoa. Yeah, be careful on the test that you answer the question that's on the board, not the first thing that comes to your mind. So, class would be Sporozoa. Genus. Toxoplasma. Life cycle stage or form. Tachyozoite.
Oh, we have a question.
Okie doke.
You have trophozoite and tachyozoite. Is it the same thing?
No, the trophozoite form of this organism is called the tachyozoite rather than a trophozoite.
It was hard to write the cards, but no one was.
Okay, yeah. Normally this would be the trophozoite form, but again, it's given a special name because they do flop around.
So the trophozoite form.
The trophozoite form is called the tachyozoite. So if I ask name the life cycle stage or form, the answer would be tachyozoite.
Okay.
Stain technique. Endospore, primary stain,
Malachite.
malachite green, decolorizing agent, water, counter stain, safrarin. What would you call the spore position of this one? Exospore, very good. I don't see any endos, or I could ask that, but I don't see one on there. Morphology. Morphology and arrangement. Staphylococcus. Yeah. Although there's some tetrads here, overall it's staphylococcal. Life cycle stage or form? Ring form. What stage infects the red blood cell? No, what stage infects a red blood cell? Merozoite. Okay. What else could I ask? Well, same questions, you know, genus, Plasmodium, the stage that infects humans, Sporozoite.
I have a question again.
Okay.
You have ring form and then an aerodynamic gametocyte, which I noticed is on your form.
Yeah, I don't have any slides of the gametocytes. That's what's taken up
So
by
we
the
can
mosquito.
kind of cross that out?
But no, I could ask you what stage is taken up by the mosquito.
Oh,
Gametocyte, or gametocytes plural, actually.
I'm glad I'm not.
Test. Catalase reagent.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide reaction. Positive. This is PAM. What genus causes PAM? Filari. How would someone become infected? Inhaling water, specifically. Very good. Genus. Chicurus, yeah. Common name. Gender. Female. Life cycle stage of form. Trophozoite. Genus. Giardia. Structure in the middle of what look like eyes. Caryosome, and I can't see the axon. How would someone become infected? Yeah. Food or water, I would accept fomites too. Food, water, or fomites. What class is it in?
It's flagella.
Flagellata. Genus. Saccharomyces. This organism reproduces asexually by budding. Genus. Trichothecia. Oh, here we go. Structure. Cytosome. Genus. Valentina. Class. Structure. Macronucleus. Morphology and arrangement. Streptobacillus. I put this up here because of the unknowns, because I got a bunch of questions and I didn't want to answer anybody individually about that, but I figure if I answer everybody, explain this. Some of you, in fact, several people came up to me and says, I started out with a bacillus or a streptobacillus, and now I got what looked like little cocci, you know, and you thought you contaminated or something. There's an explanation for that. A spore former, if you leave it long enough, the vegetative cells die, and all you're left with are these little, you know, coccibacillus looking things, or sometimes even look like cocci that don't stain well. But I had at least 4 people come up to me and say, I started out with this, and I couldn't answer them,
Okay.
not individually.
My question though is, if you did an endospore stain, would it show up?
It would show up, the spores would show up. In fact, if your problem is you had this and now you have this, all you're going to see is spores.
You should have done an endospore stain, right?
Yes.